Okay, you're gonna loop that?
Yeah.
You can go anywhere. You can just, if you go to LoopNet, you'll find it. Google them, anywhere.
Okay.
What you're gonna find is somebody that's been doing this for 60 years. I got a hotel. He's 82. The sister is 78. She's not quite ready to sell. He is. They should have retired 20 years ago. But they're robust. They're still working, right? And he says, well, I'm convinced my sister needs another year or two. Okay.
Just wait.
Let's wait another year or two. I got a whole bunch of years left. It's in Clearwater. It's going to be mine. There's no doubt about it. But they already told me when I sell, it shows. But you can find them. Now what happens is this. You go to the park and he said, I don't want to do none of that stuff. I just want my $1 million. I don't care nothing about that crazy financing or none of that. And you know, he's one of those people that he don't want to hear it. And you want the park because the numbers are good. And he said, I want my $1 million. That's it. Okay. How about this? How about I give you 3 offers? One is a $700,000 cash. He's gonna, and I'm gonna tell him, don't take it. Bob, don't take it. But I'm gonna make it. I already made you your $1 million offer with 100,000 down, or your $1.2 million. How much is he asking?
1 million.
You're gonna give him a. You're gonna say, I'll give you $1.2 million with 200,000 down. He said, no, I want $1 million cash. Because he's stuck on the. I'm looking at a house in Palm Harbor. It's only worth $980,000. She wants $1.2 million. This is what it says. It's not worth it. I said, well, you know what? I'll do it with 200,000. She said, no. I want $1.2 million cash. I said, but it doesn't appraise. There's nobody ever going to buy this unless it's somebody that falls in love with the house and has so much money that they're going to throw away an extra 200,000. What are the chances of that happening? It's possible. But she better. I think her chances are better with the lotto than it is with somebody saying, I'm just going to overpay for the property. Unless you're like Maria Shriver, who knocked down that, what, $20 million house to build a $30 million house. I would have just bought some land and built some new one and sold that one for $20 million. Doesn't that make more sense? But you know, we're talking about Hollywood, right? Okay, so what do? I said, I'll tell you what, Bob, let me show you that your $1 million is not $1 million. I said, I want you to take this to your accountant or your cousin that keeps telling you what to do with your taxes. Okay, so I give you $1 million cash, and you bought this, I don't know, 60 years ago? For, I don't know, $180,000? You don't live there. It's not your homestead. So you don't get this thing called what? Or capital gains. No homestead, no cap gains. You don't live there. You can't deduct the $500,000 from there. You can do a 1031 exchange. That's where you sell your property for $1 million and put it into another property that's worth at least a little bit more than that, right? You got 45 days or so to do it, right? So I go, check this out. So I give you $1 million. What's your tax rate? 28%? 30%? That's how much cash you're going to get. Minus deposits, rent deposits. What was it, 120? Insurance and all that. Let's just not kill them anymore. You give me $580,000 cash. Do you see that? I said, now go take that to your accountant. Ask your accountant if this is true. I'm not getting $1 million? Yeah, you are on paper. But this is the real world. $580,000, $600,000. What are you going to do with that money? And he starts to think, what am I going to do with that money? I'm going to put it in the bank, I'm going to put in some investments, blah, blah, blah. Really? So why don't you take my $1.2 million with 200,000 down? How much money do you make a month on the park?
Well,
Well, after I pay my taxes and insurance and everything, I make $10,000 a month. Okay. How about I give you the $200,000 down, and I give you $10,000 a month? Let's say the park only makes $16,000 a month.
Instead of 6.
But you own the park. That's gonna make more than that. I'm just giving you the idea. The actual numbers vary. The actual park would be, the number would be closer to $22,000, $24,000. $10,000, $12,000 a month. Well, you didn't have the $200,000. But you took 5 people who used their cash, their self-directed IRA, their credit cards, sold their car, whatever, and you took the $20,000, $22,000 a month and you divide that by 4. How much is that?
5.
5. Will that pay off the credit card?
Yes.
You now have buying power. What is buying power? Let me tell you what buying power is.
The bank will loan.
600 a month times 100 units is how much?
6 million.
6 million.
What?
6
Hmm?
600 units times what?
600 a month times 100 units is $60,000. You're going to tell him, listen, Bob, since you're getting all my money and I'm paying you, I need 45 days before my first payment. Do you think Bob's going to have a problem with that?
No.
Now, because he's getting, once you break it down to him and he sees, oh, by the way, when you add depreciation, ooh, he's going to say, wow, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take the 1.2 million. Always give more money. Sounds crazy, don't it? Give more money. Every time you give more money, I promise you, the one who gives more money will get the deal. But you got 45 days, which equates to $90,000. So you captured back a portion of your money back. You see that? What do you do with that $90,000? You pay those credit cards back, and you go find another, because we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 deals for the annual transaction to spread it out. Does that make sense?
Wonderful.
Yes and no.
It's a system. Yes and no?
Yeah.
Where did I lose you?
I'm a visual person, and when I see those things on the board, unless it's like put in a nice neat order with things beside it, yeah.
I agree.
Yeah,
That's
so.
why we're gonna go, for those of you that want to visit with us and follow us, we're going to Lakeland.
Okay.
What we're going to do is we're going to Lakeland, and for those of you that want to follow us to Winter Haven, you're welcome to do that. Visual.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's a visual.
Yes.
This is a 78, it's a 44 unit hotel room, or a motel, that we're going to convert into a 78 bed assisted living facility.
Yeah.
We're going to get average $1,800, mathematicians, $1,800 a month per bed,
Okay.
times 78. Somebody, shock me. How much is it?
That's almost 150,000.
130 something, what is it? 78 times 1,800. 126 or something like that, isn't it?
That's even low for 1,800.
Yeah, well, 78 times 20 already is 150 something.
130, 140,000.
Yeah, 140,000.
140,000 a month. It's going to cost $1 million to do this project.
A month.
10 of us are doing this project.
Am I there?
And then we're doing, this is real world. This is the stuff I like right here. It's not to say that I don't like the single family home. The only problem was I took a total of 8 hours from the time I met the guy to the time I made the deal. Went to Spring Hill twice. Spoke to him I don't know, maybe 6 hours. Spoke to him 5 times, 6 times, text back and forth another 10 times. Went back and forth, made the deal happen. I'll tell you how long it took me to make this deal. Spoke to the guy 2 times, text a few times, went to the deal twice, today would be the 3rd time. I closed in 36 days. Isn't it the same thing? The only thing that changes is the sale price on the contract and the address. And of course, everything in between. It's going to take me a little longer to rehab this than it is to do the single family home.
I have a question. When you do an assisted living for with like a single family home, and you're going to be basically the staff there, is that considered homestead?
No,
No.
it's a business.
What's that?
Business.
It's a business.
Okay. All right.
It's a business. Now, you can, and you'll get away with it until
Rent
when?
to yourself.
Until you get audited.
Till you get caught.
So you get audited, that's all. So, what I'm trying to say is, how many of you think you could do this deal today? Raise your hand if you think you could do this deal.
I'm there.
Can you, somebody please explain to me why every hand is not up?
'Cause I don't have
Please explain to me why every hand, somebody tell me why, Laura, why can't you do this deal today?
You're scared.
Yeah, just lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
Paul, why can't you do this deal today?
Because I don't know how to do that deal right now.
Okay, but I do.
But how much do you need from us?
How much you got?
Whatever.
$100? $100,000? It don't matter. You don't get it. That, granted, I don't recommend you going from 0